Hello everyone and welcome to Victoria's Action Figure Cantina. Today we're having a look at the DC Direct Arkham City Robin figure. This Robin figure stands approximately 7 inches tall and was released a few years back as part of the Arkham City lineup of figures. Let me give you a few angles on him. Give you a close-up there of the facial sculpt. It's an okay sculpt. Of course, you have the hood there, which is glued down to his head. It would have been kind of nice if you could remove it, but honestly, there's probably not a whole lot under there to see. The face is okay. I kind of wish it would have had more of a deeper color to it, kind of maybe like the Arkham Asylum Batman, which had a deep wash to it to kind of make it look like he was like you were encountering him from the shadows, but this is okay. His eyes look to be painted pretty nicely, and of course he has his black mask there around his eyes, which is just painted on. It's not an actual sculpted mask or anything. It's just paint that they used around his eyes. The armor itself looks okay. Once again, I wish there was more of a wash to it because as you can see, it just looks like solid crimson. There's not a whole lot of excitement or anything going on there. You have the R there carved into his pecs. You have the green armor here for the gauntlets, and it looks pretty nice. There's not any scuffs or anything, so I mean it looks relatively new. The belt looks pretty good. Pants, they're just kind of combat pants basically. There's really nothing much to them. And then the boots look pretty nice. I like the armor that he's got there on the shins. And then more green for the boots. The cape, as you can see, is just black. It's relatively soft. It is a bit stiff, and then yellow underneath, quite obviously. I don't like that they sculpted the cape to just kind of flow like that. I mean, I suppose for more of an action-oriented pose for the figure, it's okay. But if you just want to have Robin standing there looking cool and stuff, this cape doesn't really allow that. In the way of articulation, Robin has a swivel here at the head. He has hinges at the shoulders, which don't move out too far because of the cape. He has a bend here at the elbows. He has a rotation at the biceps. He has a rotation at the wrists. He has forward and backward movement at the hips. And finally, bends at the knees, as well as rotations at the boots. In terms of accessories, you get a bow staff, which has absolutely no detail to it. It actually almost looks like one of those straws you use to stir your coffee. It's just a plain staff, which, better than nothing, but, it is very plain. And you also get a display base. On the bottom of his feet, there's only one peg hole, so that's the one you're going to be using to plug him into the stand. And he seems to stand on it without much fuss, so it serves its purpose, obviously. Now, the staff is a bit hard to get into Robin's right hand because it's like closed at the fingers, so you got to press it pretty hard, and I'm kind of worried I'm going to break the staff, so I'm just going to leave it in his left hand, which holds it quite well anyway. Alright, so there you have it. This is the DC Direct Arkham City Robin figure. All things considered, he's an okay figure. I don't find him to be very exciting whatsoever. He's just kind of plain to me, and I don't think it has anything to do with the costume. The costume is quite nice in the game. It's just kind of the execution of the actual figure. It doesn't have a whole lot going for it. It's a very bland look. If they would have put more of a darker wash around the armor, just kind of made it look a little bit more worn, made his face a little more lively, I think I would have liked it better. But as it stands, from what I have seen, the Play Arts Kai Arkham City Robin looks like a more exciting figure. And this one does command quite a price on the secondary market these days. He seems to go for around $70 or so. So I wouldn't say he's a must-have, certainly not. It's nice to have a figure of Robin from this game, which is the primary purpose that I purchased him. But the figure itself I don't find to be very exciting at all. The sculpt is pretty good. And the articulation, is okay. But again, it's the paintwork and the amount of detail that could have been achieved with him that unfortunately was left out. The accessories are okay. You get just a plain bow staff and display base. And as such, I can't recommend anyone shell out $70 for Robin at this point in time. Thanks for watching Victoria's Cantina. Until next time, bye-bye.